So we have a number of sources that you can refer to and resources that you can use in order to achieve competence in using the MMPI-3. Of course, these training videos were designed to get you familiar with the different features of the test, how we recommend using the MMPI-3 in different types of assessments, and they're a very good place to start. The test manuals, we have two manuals, a manual for administration, scoring, and interpretation, and a technical manual, both of which provide very important information about how to use the MMPI-3. The manual for administration, scoring, and interpretation covers just that. How do you administer, score, and importantly, interpret the MMPI-3? We provide very detailed interpretive guidelines in that manual. And the technical manual covers the empirical foundations, the psychometric properties of the scales, and we also report correlates in a broad range of settings where the MMPI-3 is in use. So those are two primary sources of information. One recommendation that I make to clinicians who are wanting to become familiar with the MMPI-3 is to use our interpretive report. The interpretive report for clinical settings provides a very comprehensive analysis of the scores of an individual. It organizes the information in a narrative form that's easy to follow and follows the structure, the basic structure, the hierarchical structure of the instrument. And the report is annotated, giving you for every statement in the report an indication of which scores or combination of scale scores is responsible for that statement, whether the statement is based on empirical correlates or item content or is an inference of the report authors. And for those statements identified as being based on empirical correlates, we actually have a reference list at the end of the report that's designed specifically for those statements, for that report, that tells you where you can go in the peer-reviewed literature to find support for interpreting that particular MMPI-3 protocol. Some people using the interpretive report do so as a transition aid in learning how to use this new version of the MMPI. And some people doing so discover that actually it's a time saver. It's a way of achieving some efficiency rather than having to look up all the scores. You get all that information organized and are able to focus on providing the services that your clients need rather than looking up how to interpret a particular set of scores for the MMPI-3.